Hello everyone, this is Eric from Overland by Eric. This time I'm back with another episode about car chargers and battery banks that it's portable, you can carry. And I just had some experience with these three different models, some of them longer than the other ones, and I decided to just go and put a review on those stuff. If you stay tuned, this video is not only gonna be here, I have some practical tests outside in the field, and you will see how it acts in different situations, and you can make your mind. So the first thing first, I want to get it out of the way. All three of them, which I'm gonna go over the models pretty soon, have a compass, which is usually useless, and one of them has a thermometer also, which I like it. But overall, the models we have today are Yesper, as well as, actually the full name is Yesper YJS 40. I didn't memorize it, so I have to write it down. So it's a YJS 40, and we have CYCMIA. There's no model number really as far as I know. And the last but not least is the Car Aid Triple Multi-Tool. As far as being a multi-tool, it's just mainly a battery with a bunch of accessories on it. Since this one I have it in my hand, I'm gonna start with Car Aid 3 Multi-Tool. This was a gift for my wife, I believe, and then she has it in her car as a part of emergency stuff that she has there. Car Aid is going around $100 in Amazon. It has a cylindric shape. One good thing about that, you can fit it in any of those toolboxes that are round, and it's very compact. And as well as it comes with a USB and USB-C plugs at the back, 5 volts, 9 volts, and 12 volts. And the most important part, it comes with one of those jumpers. What does this device do? You don't need one of those long jumper cables, or you don't need the second vehicle to jump start your car. All you need is one of those, put it on the right terminals of the batteries, and have your jump start. One of the things, always you buy one of those, you have to check the alligator clamp quality of build. If you can see it on this camera here, it must be connected from one end to the other end with a little wire at the back. This wire, all it does, it makes both coppers conductive and transfer the power to where it should be. So when you just buy one of those, just check inside, see if one of them is just to hold it, or both of them had that ability to conduct the power. And as far as the accessories, they're more like a marketing gimmicks. For example, the carabiner 500 parachuter cord, it's kind of handy, quick release on that one, as well as the magnet to hold this thing on something, in case in car you have a place to put it, or some people, they use this as an emergency flashlight to operate as well. This is more for vehicle design, because it does come with a, if I can show this to you closer, it comes with a seat belt cutter. There is a blade right there, and it's safe for the kids. Also, it comes with a glass breaking tool. However, this one, if there is a glass in the vehicle, especially concave, before you hit the glass, you probably hit your hand. So I would say just the flashlight itself is a better idea than using the break glass tool. As far as construction, it's a very nice aviation aluminum kind of build, and it's compressed. It's a rechargeable battery. It comes with an accessories with it, and the way you can charge it is one of the cables in there. Also, it comes with some you can use this for charging and it comes with a USB to your USB-C, that's your charger. Also comes with an extra iPhone and Android chargers, which the other ones I gotta check if he has it or not. The electrical characteristics of those guys, if you stay tuned, before we go to the field, I'm gonna go over that. I want to just get the construction and the type of material out of the way, and then we will go that. This is my sweetheart. This one I had it for 3 or 4 years, and I used multiple times for different people. So this one, CYCMIA, that was like 3 years ago. It's more made for car or backpackers because it came with a bag as such. You can put this in there, and then you don't need to carry the whole thing together. So this one I can confirm that it holds the charge for 6 months to 1 year. I charged this more than a year ago. I still have 2 bars on it, and it also comes with a USB 1 and USB 2. Both of them takes 5, 9 and 12 volts on it. The amperage on those I'm gonna go over it later on. When I refer to the output, is this too, that multiple output comes with it. This too comes with a special output. Remember this one, or we'll go over it. It's a very cool feature. It doesn't come with the accessory, but it comes with a cool capability, which I'm gonna show you soon. Please stay tuned to see more stuff about this one. Again, I check the alligators all the time to show the connection of the bottom and top together. This way you will have much better connection on your greasy and dusty battery terminal, and you get more surface to conduct the electrons. See, the back side shows the bottom and top are connected with a piece of wire, and the gauge on those wires are pretty good size. I'm not sure what size it is. It looks like 6 or 8, but it's just good enough to do the crank start. So the CYCMIA comes with the house charger. That's the only one with the house charger as far as I remember, and this is very interesting. We will go over this a little bit more in detail later on, but you can connect one CYCMIA to the other and you make double battery bank or triple and more, just daisy chain them between. So that has its own advantages compared to the other one. Each of those are good for something, and so far I do have a favorite, but she's gonna keep it for the end. Yesper is another model. It has a bigger box, however it comes with a bigger clamps and more accessories, and one of them is this one, and if you stay tuned I will show you what's that one is good for. Their alligator clamps also are really big and very beefy construction. It even has a screw instead of gluing it in the spot. And one good thing about it, it's very easy on hand because you have more leverage, but also you have connection between top and bottom. They all have some sort of boost button over there that helps you to boost if you need to do so. The construction of the other ones, first one was aircraft grade aluminum. The second one was just a regular plastic. This one is a ABC durable plastic. Some reviewers, they just complain about this not being a rubber, it's gonna break, but overall it's not a good idea to drop one of those because it has a lot of electronics in there, and the battery also can damage it. Turn on button on that thing is very simple. If you keep it for long, flashlight also comes on and it flashes if it's need to be. And remember that input on CYCMIA, well, this one comes with a cigarette plug on this side and that output here. One of the good things about this, you can add a compressor, a small fridge, a lot of things you can add to this thing. If you have a cigarette plug and you don't want to use your vehicle because of the battery issues, you can use this one. This is adaptable for this guy, but it doesn't come with it. You should buy this separately, but for Yesper, it's already included. Another thing about the chargings for the Yesper is just the USB. You have to buy your own bottom part to connect this to your vehicle or your home. And the versatility of the Yesper is really bigger. You can do a lot of things with it. And as far as the capacity, this is the numbers I'm gonna read for you guys. So we're gonna compare each characteristics together. Car rate battery capacity is 8,000 milliamp hour, which is 8 amp hour, is the same. So 8 amp hour in 3.7 or approximately 4 volts, which is 30 watt hour. If you have something that is 30 watts consuming appliance, so it takes 1 hour to drain it. But for the starter, you got much more power available. The next one is Yesper. Yesper's capacity, remember that the previous one was only 8 amp hour. This one is 8.8 amp or 10% more. And as far as the CYCMIA battery capacity is 55.5 watt hour. As far as the starting current, air rate is 300, Yesper is 600. If you have a bigger engine, this is the way you go, double. This one has double starting capacity as this one to start a bigger engine. And then starting for this one is 500. So 300, 500, and 600. For the size, probably you would take this one over that, but still Yesper is the strongest. And then peak amperage for air ride is 1000. Peak amperage for Yesper is 4124 times in the peak current. And for CYCMIA, peak current is also 1000. So 1000, 1000 for peak current, 4120 for peak current. So that's the number you want to always consider, because it's not always you have this in full capacity. Sometimes you have 75, 50, and you want to make sure your peak current is big enough to handle situation. They all have the input of 5 amps, and some of them has 5 volts and 3 amps. Some of them has 5 volts and a little bit more or less 2.1 amps. That's for the air ride, so it charges slower compared to the other ones, but it needs less to fill up too. So that's something to consider also. How is that perform on field? We're gonna see in the next sequence that how I jumpstart this the bigger engines and how it did perform. As far as so far my preference, each of them had some advantages. For example, this one is perfect for backpackers or even a small car, because you can have the battery and the bag. You can have the battery and the bag, and you can just put them all together and then put it in a backpack or a toolbox. As far as the shape and different functions, I think this is a very good emergency tool for your vehicle. It does act like, they all have flashlights, including this one, but this is more like a flashlight shape, so you can use it everywhere, and then just put it on a charge and reuse it. So, and as far as versatility, that you can do different things, and capacity, especially if you have a truck, like a bigger medium-sized truck, this is the way to go. So that's for now. Let's go to the field. All right, we will see if Yesper is gonna turn it on correctly. Yeah, and 35, I believe. Yeah, 35 peak current I got on this one. And then please turn it up. I had 35 peak and 23 amps running current. It's just keep in mind that the whole thing is running on Yesper, so I try to avoid the damage to the device, so I turn it off quickly. All right, now we're gonna do with CYCMIA, see how much it's this one gonna drop. Would you please go ahead and start it? And okay, it needs boost. So we had experienced this earlier, that without pushing the boost, it doesn't turn on the big battery. Try it again. Keep in mind, I'm using a 3500 HD GMC, which has a big engine and needs a lot of cranking amps. And these devices, they know that how big is the one. So far Yesper was able to turn it down. I'm gonna try to boost it one more time. battery is full, but it refuses to start. Do it again. So that one I can say this CYCMIA failed to start it. I'm gonna try to use the third one. See how is that going. All right, please go ahead and start it. Never mind, this one doesn't even want to budge. So here's another thing with the metal case. You got to be really careful not to short across the polarities. It has really hard time to crank it, so the reason I use a bigger engine to show you which one can turn on the device. So let's try it one more time. All right, it's completely dead actually. Second time it doesn't even try to crank it. Thank you. Here's the example why cranking amp, peak amp is really important. Although they are all at same amperage of capacity, basically an amperage, but as far as cranking amp, Yesper has the highest one. So we'll see if this is gonna work with the boost pushed on this device. Go ahead and start it, please. Yeah, absolutely no movement. So that's the conclusion, that when you pay for something that it's doing one thing only, it's not that smart as far as buying stuff that it can do more than that. Thank you very much to my coworker who helped me out to get this thing done. Just to get an idea, this is a 3500 GMC vehicle. Here's another example of versatility on a device like this. It came with this adapter, which I'm gonna connect it to the power. I do have a small compressor here. I'm gonna connect that one too. In this case, we are in soccer field and the ball is deflated. Vehicles are far. I don't want to go back about quarter miles to get this thing aired up. So I'm using this device and adapter. And you can see how much difference it made in 5 seconds. This is the all 3 pieces that I checked outside, as you see on the field. Pretty much, if it was my money, I will take Yesper all day long because of all advantages it comes with it. And thanks for watching. As always, hit that like button once or push that dislike twice, and don't forget to subscribe. If you find any value in these videos, please help me out to keep it up. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Eric from Overland by Eric.